You know, I don't know the name of the painting. I bought it at the time that the video was shown at the Bonner Auditorium, and actually I saw it at the Bonner Auditorium, and it's in the film. And then I called, well, I woke up in the middle of the night and said, I have to have that painting. I called Public Broadcast. I said, put it on my credit card. I'll be down to pick it up. And I know it's written on the back of it underneath the paper. I don't know what the name is. Well, probably, more than 30 years ago. Well, the reason this painting is significant is because, first of all, Glenna Pickford has one done in this style, and I always liked it. And I realized that when I saw it at the exhibition, this would be my only opportunity to buy one. And I like it. It's like the sun is coming through the fog behind pine trees. It's just it has a kind of almost a mystical feeling to it, and certainly has a kind of a Japanese idea in that style of painting. It's just a lovely painting, and I felt that it was something we had to have. Well, I really first met Rollin through his wife, Glenna. Glenna and I worked in politics many, many years ago. And I got to know Glenna, and then I got to know Rollin, and we had invited them over at Christmas time for an open house, and we bought paintings. We liked them, and we liked them. Glenna and Rollin were just as delightful a couple as you could possibly meet. And of course, Rollin is an immensely talented individual, and certainly we wanted to have his artwork in our house because we liked it, and I like it because I like them. I mean, it wasn't just the fact that I bought artwork, I kind of bought a relationship. And I think almost everyone who bought Rollin's paintings feel that way about that couple because they were so special. Well, I'm quite honored to be part of this exhibition. I also feel that it's neat to have my painting displayed because I want people to see it for what it is. It's a wonderful painting that Rollin did, and it's a group of paintings that I'm sure people will enjoy because Joel Pickford knows how to pick paintings. Well, if you go online and look up Rollin Pickford, you're going to find a whole list of awards, copies of his paintings, descriptions of where he has exhibited. This is a man who, with that talent, has shown America what watercoloring really can be, and he has shown off the San Joaquin Valley. I mean, he has perhaps more than almost anyone else, although there are others who've done similar in some ways, but Rollin has, in so many ways, given us not only a view of the San Joaquin Valley, he has painted our history. One of the paintings that I have, the place no longer exists. It's been built over. The site is only preserved in the painting that he has done. And that's true in so many of his paintings. They are a history of this valley over more than the last half century. Now, the painting that I have was done in Carmel, so it doesn't really represent Fresno and the San Joaquin Valley. And you'll find in looking at Rollin's paintings, I mean, there are paintings from Hawaii where he spent time. There's a magnificent painting, I think, in this exhibit of Omaha Beach on the coast of France. It is probably one of the most intense paintings I ever saw him do, because you're standing there, it's peace, but you see war in the sky, and it's just unbelievable to look at. It's a magnificent painting. There's a painting of his of Notre Dame Cathedral, you know, that I covet, but his daughter covets it more, and she has every right to have it. But I've seen his paintings from all over. But the school of painting that he did here in the San Joaquin Valley certainly is a history of this area. Of the paintings that I have, the one that means the most to me is a very small painting that hangs in my office of our Christmas tree. He came one afternoon during the Christmas season and sat out, and I didn't say a word. I just saw him there. He was sitting in front of our house painting our Christmas tree through the window. And I love that painting because it's a very personal thing. Christmas is a big holiday for me. The Christmas tree is always very special, and having it painted through the window was just really special for him to do for me. Well, if you look at the list of names as a legacy of Rollin Pickford, you'll see virtually every artist in this valley either worked with him or was influenced by him. I mean, I have friends who do beautiful artwork, and they worked with Rollin. They painted with him. He was a very generous man in having people come with him paint. He advised, but he let them watch. And to watch Rollin Pickford paint for an artist was an absolute treat. There was an absolute beauty in what he did. The way he used the paper, not only putting paint on it, but leaving paint off of it to create the effect that he was striving for. And it's just amazing to watch him develop a piece of artwork and put it together, and you know, it's just all of a sudden, there it is. And when it was there, he was done, and it was a work of art. I think that Special Collections in the Madden Library is incredibly fortunate to have been given over the years this gift. The Special Collections does a superb job of maintaining and taking care of things, and certainly Tammy Lau will be watching over it very carefully. But the fact is that it's in a place where it's available, people can come and see. There will be displays. It's the heritage of the San Joaquin Valley given to us by the Pickford family. What a tremendous gift they have given. It's funny, I have a painting of his, a Victorian mansion, actually done back east when he was on the East Coast. And it was a painting that he donated to the Zoo Lynx for their auction. And it was interesting because my wife and I looked at the painting and looked at it and wanted it. And at that time it was $600, and $600 was, for us, I think the painting was worth every penny and then some, but for us that was a little expensive. But I thought once before we had hesitated and didn't get a painting that we've always regretted not buying. And so finally, as the evening went on, I simply picked the painting up off the easel and said, Rollin, I'm taking it home with me, send me a bill. And I took it home. And the couple that was thinking about buying it missed their opportunity. They got written up in the paper. And it's a beautiful painting. I mean, I have paintings of his going back to 1954. So it's interesting looking at the different approaches he took and the way he did things. He became quite contemporary, and he almost impressionistic, really. And it was just wonderful to look at the development that took place in his skill and the growth that it isn't that what he did early wasn't as good as what he did late. It was different. And he grew in his ability and desire to express himself. I don't think he was bored a day when he painted, because he was always striving for something new, something different, something unique and special. And he did it. No, I think this is a tremendous gift. I think it's a really important thing. It's why we have special collections, because those collections they give a flavor to the library. Of course, you know I'm a little bit prejudiced.
Yeah. Well, the future of libraries is in our unique collections.
Right.
Yeah,
There's not a chance I won't get it back. I'll walk in and take it.
we already know your track record, right?
No, but that is a point. Yeah, they are lenders, yeah. And on the wall at home where the painting is going to be missing, I'm going to put a big sign saying, on loan. I have a small house at the Wyndham, and when you walk in the front door, you're walking into my living room, but I have it arranged in such a way that there's an entrance with a sofa back that you walk. But behind that on the wall is this painting that you're borrowing. And I also have with it, in his book, there is and I've seen it on the website, there is a picture of Rollin that Joel took from above, looking down, and you see him in his hat and everything. But he's painting my painting.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And so the paint, I had that copied and framed, so it's here, and then the painting is next to it, so it makes a little story right there.
Great.
I know we were looking through the book, and my son-in-law said, wow, look, there's your painting. I said, yes, there's. And I thought, I'm going to have to get that, and I had it copied. Now, I told Joel, and he wants the picture I have. He's going to take both of them, but he said he would give me an original print of the photo, because my photo I simply had copied out of the book. Yep. But I'm going to hold him to that.
Well, do that.
Oh, yeah,
That would be much better.
Well, and then I'll have it reframed in that size. But it's neat having the two pictures together, because people stop, look at it, and then they realize that he's painting the painting, and it's neat. I'll tell you, I'm glad I woke up in the middle of the night, and I had a high enough allowance on my credit card that I could say, put it on my credit card that morning. And you've got the name of the picture somewhere. I mean, Tammy and I were talking
Joel
about.
has it.
Yeah, Joel has
We
it.
have it too.
Yeah, and I'm sure it's on the back underneath. But I just, you know, I just told them. I said, I'll buy the painting. I want it. There were 3 paintings in the picture, and in the film that they did, and this was the one I wanted, and this was the one that was still available. So I said, just, you know, and it was $3,500, which caused me to swallow just a little bit, but that was okay. I felt that it was worth it. But the embarrassing thing was, that night they premiered the film on public broadcast. And then they said, sponsored by Don and Carol Larson. I thought, oh no, I don't need that. But anyway, I was glad. If buying the painting did sponsor it, that was great. Yeah. But Roland Pickford and Glenda Pickford both are just as nice as can be. And Glenda calls me every election and says, how am I supposed to vote?